Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Hope you had a great Tuesday so far and a great start of the week yesterday. And today we're gonna get started, of course, as always with Bitcoin, but this time we're gonna be looking directly at the 4-hour chart, which you can already see I've placed on the screen for us to look at. And so here we have something very interesting, of course, that happened yesterday. As you can see, here, we did not push beyond the 38,500 US dollars, more or less around there. We didn't push below that. And this is something I mentioned. I said, if we do push below that, then, you know, the probability to go back or to push down to $33,000. However, we didn't do that and we bounced from our $38,500 line. You can see this comes from this consolidation area here that started in March. So, you know, we had that going on for a couple of days and we quickly came in here and bounced from there. You can also see at the top of this area, we bounced and bounced and bounced a couple of times. We broke through it towards the downside, but quickly went back out of it. And now what's also very interesting here on the 4-hour chart, as you can see, is that we find ourselves above our 50 EMA line, which is this orange line here. And so long as we remain above this and, you know, we make this a solid move, not that, you know, we go back down and turn it into resistance again, but that we stay here, then we can be moving towards the $42,000, $43,000 area, which is around this consolidation phase here. Also, now moving to the 1-hour chart, another good thing that we see here is that we created a V formation, a very nice one at that, and we find ourselves above this consolidation area here. And not only that, but you can also see on the 1-hour chart, we are above our 200 EMA line, and we're holding on. And this is something that I mentioned yesterday in our Telegram group. And that is that it would be very important that we not only go above this area, but that we stay above it for a while so that we can add more liquidity here. And you can see here in the post yesterday, I said, hey, Bitcoin is going up, but it must stay at the level which is at the moment, so that this would actually not be a fake out, but turn into something good. So right now we are holding very nicely above the $40,700 level. You can see that is this level above this area form, of course, after we had this V formation. And now the thing that we do have to pay attention to is what happens when the traditional markets open today. Also how the futures market continue to react. For example, if they do remain neutral, then that could give Bitcoin also some time to sort of cool down and not do anything crazy. If they go down like you see here, then Bitcoin can also follow suit and go down. So we have to pay attention and see what happens there with the traditional markets, with the futures market as well. And I will of course keep you up to date if anything else does happen. Another thing here on the daily chart, we had a very nice, relatively good daily closing yesterday. And you can see here, it is a close that had a quick wick to the bottom, but recovered also very strongly. And not only that, but it's closed above the 3 previous days. As you can see here, we have, been going lower. And then finally yesterday, we had a close that goes above those 3 previous days. So that's also very good. We could be forming here yet a bottom for the price. You can see similar to these 2 other areas here. And now it could be the actual moment where the price begins to pick up again. That based on the fact that if we look at the weekly chart over here, we still are inside or above an uptrend channel or uptrend. And you can see, what they say, the trend is your friend until the end. So that's what's happening here. Not a single week so far we've had a close above, below this area. Yes, we've pierced the line, but we always had a close above this line. So that also is something good. In fact, we haven't had a daily close or a weekly close that is below previous ones. So that also shows that we still moving up in the price. And I sometimes wonder, because of course a lot of people on social media and Telegram as well, they're panicking. They're saying, oh, the price is going to fall to $22,000 and this is it, this is the end. And I personally don't see that. I personally think that, again, I mentioned this, so long as we don't go below the $38,000 price level, then we should be fine, because that just means that we are in this consolidation phase. That, yes, it is a big one, especially when you look at the smaller time frames. We haven't seen any huge movement to the upside or to the downside. But in the down or in the lower time frames, of course, when you lose $2,000, $3,000, which is normal for Bitcoin, it does, however, look bad when you're looking at it that way. But in general, again, we are still here in this consolidation phase, just like we were here and also here. And again, in my opinion, so long as we don't break down through the $38,000 barrier, then we should be fine for now. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is here on the 4-hour chart. Let's go ahead and draw the Fibonacci retracement levels. And here it's also very interesting when we put this on the screen, because you can see that, of course, we do have our level, or zero level, which is the one down here from our previous low here in January the 24th. And right now we had a bounce in the price here to the 0.382 Fibonacci level, which is over here, and that was our $38,000 level. And you can see now we are moving above the 0.5 level over here, which you see that is one that has, of course, given us resistance and support in the past. And if we manage to move into our golden pocket, which is this these two levels over here of $42,000 to $43,000 more or less, if we manage to come in here and then consolidate here for a while before breaking up, breaking out, then one can say at that point the correction phase should be over and we can expect higher prices. So I don't expect that we're going to have a big jump like the one here, but that will remain consolidating here, going up until we move into the golden pocket. Now, before we continue with the rest of the analysis, I wanted to just, first of all, thank you if you're a supporter of the channel, if you follow us already. If you don't, please make sure that you like the video, that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That is completely free, and that way you can help us with the algorithm from YouTube, that they can share our content with even more people, and then we can continue to grow and bring you this free content. And now looking at the news quickly, Cardano has been adding, in last month, for example, added 100 or almost 100,000 wallets to its network, which is really crazy. And then soon there's also going to be, for those of you who follow this, the ERC20 converter is about to launch very soon, which is also very good news, because that's also going to attract a lot of investors and a lot of firms from the financial area. So that is a good thing. You can see here that they've added around 400,000, almost 500,000 wallets in this first quarter here, and for that, they have this graph over here, and it's crazy because that means right now they have about 3.25 million wallets or active wallets for Cardano. So obviously here this is growing. Cardano is one of those projects that a lot of people are following. And the ERC20 converter goes live. We can look at Twitter. They posted something here, an infographic. It goes live for those of us here in Europe around 4 o'clock, 16 hours. And so, yeah, something to, of course, look forward to. Also in the news, Grayscale CEO says the Bitcoin spot ETF approval by the SEC is coming. So the question here is not if it is or not. The question is, when will it come? And so that, of course, as you know, with any asset, an ETF, shoots the price through the roof. The question here, of course, is it going to be for Bitcoin that way? You know, like, of course, at the beginning, if this takes place this year, for example, then yeah, there could be some quick movement at the start, but then this could be the thing that brings Bitcoin to a new all-time high. If the ETF doesn't get approved this year, then I personally think that it will be very, very difficult for Bitcoin to hit an all-time high, or a new one at least, this year. Of course, we still have a few months pending before the end of the year, so a lot can happen in the crypto sphere. But I would think that it's more difficult unless we had something like this actually take place. I would be interested to know, of course, what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what your opinion is, if we will have an ETF this year, or if this will continue to be pushed down the road. I'd be interested to hear from you guys what your opinion is. Now let's go and have a look, of course, at Ethereum. And for that, we need our graphic, of course, here on the screen. And here you can see also that just like Bitcoin, we also had a dip in the price and our $3,000 price level. We broke through that, but we quickly recover as well. And now we find ourselves once again above that price. So that's a good thing for Ethereum, of course. And that also means that we are once again above the downtrend line over here. We fell under it for a small or a brief period of time, but now I want to see, of course, that Ethereum continues to push higher. I did mention also previously that if we fall back again, you know, that the important price level here is the $2,815 level. That is one that we would have to watch out for. If again, you know, Bitcoin, for example, falls, then of course that's going to drag Ethereum with it, and that level is the level that then we would have to be looking out for and see if it holds or if it doesn't. So that's very important for Ethereum. And now I want to also have a quick look, because we just talked about it in the news, to ADA. And so here, very interesting as well. You can see that we're hovering around the $1 price level, and we seem to be forming a W pattern, or a double bottom, if you will. And so if we do manage to do that, and you know, and we leave this area below us, then the next stop would be around over here, $1.60, more or less. So also very exciting. Of course, what could happen here is if you know, once the network, the ERC20 gets approved, or gets launched rather, then that could bring a lot of volume into the market, and that could be the element that triggers the push towards this area. So definitely something to, you know, for those of you who have this in your portfolio, that is something to be watching out for. And that's everything that I prepared for today. Of course, with Bitcoin, remember, important thing is that we move back into the golden pocket here, which is at around $43,000, more or less. And if we stay moving here horizontally, that's also okay. Tragic, it's only if we were to break through the $38,000 level. That's all I prepared for you guys today. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like it with the button. My name is Basti. Bye-bye.